Holy shit, we made napalm! Hey, welcome back, everybody. I hope you've been surviving the apocalypse all right. I appreciate you coming back to the lodge. Anyways, before we get into this one, I just want to take a moment to say thank you for watching this and being here. And also, if you work a job where you can take a dump and watch this video at the same time, please wait until you can do that. Honestly, just anybody that's watching this. This is content mainly to be watched as you're dropping a deuce. But if you can get paid while you're doing it, even better. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, today I want to talk about something super rad, and that's fire. Ooh, oh yeah.
Loaded for bear, loaded for bear. He ain't got a reason, he ain't got a care, 'cause he's loaded for bear, loaded for bear.
In a survival situation, knowing how to make a fire is a pretty big deal, okay? Why is that? Because if you don't know how to make a fire, you're gonna wake up dead. Alright, so, kind of going over the survival basics of the rule of 3, right? You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter or fire, 3 days without water, and that's kind of iffy depending on how hot it is or where you're at, 3 weeks without food, and then 3 months and 3 years. Don't worry about that. You'll probably be dead. But 3 months, you're going to have problems if you don't have a plan. And 3 years, if you don't have somebody to love. You got to have someone to love. But I heard this from Sensible Prepper. I'll link him down there because he's super cool. I learned a lot of cool shit from him. But 3 seconds without hope. I don't know. Just kind of a beautiful thing. But today we're talking about fire and how to make and maintain fires in a survival situation. So let's go over a couple of methods for starting fires in a survival situation. First, probably, again, not the easiest way to do it, but it is a lot of fun if you want to feel like a cool kid in the park. And that's using your fire steel, right? Or a flint, a rock, but this is metal on metal. It's fire steel. Take your knife, boom. Boom. I should probably stop doing that inside. Bah! But anyways, once you have your tinder bundle, and I'll show you how to make one of those maybe another day, you put your fire steel down, keep your knife. Now here's something. You want to keep your knife stationary when you're starting a fire with your fire steel and actually move the fire steel. That way the sparks will maintain and shift down off of your point of scrapage. Now I just made that up, point of scrapage. But you see you rain down hellfire pretty easily in a controlled manner from your knife. Knife on steel, pull the steel, whoa! Shit, I'm gonna accidentally light something on fire inside. Like I said, probably shouldn't be playing with that too much on the inside. Also, probably a good time to bring this up. If you're gonna be playing with fire on the indoors, have yourself a plan. My pop got me this, and I've used this a couple of times to stop a house fire. Well, not this one. Similar one. Get a fire extinguisher. I have one. All right, now that we're talking about fire, have a way to put it out. Anyways, so you got fire steel, okay? That's a pretty easy way, good way. I like using fire steel, all right? It's cool. It's fun. If you have time on your hands or for whatever reason you don't have an easier way to start a fire, if that's your last method in a survival situation, it's still pretty easy to get a fire going with fire steel. Now next up, what do we have? Good old-fashioned matches, right? They're cheap. You can toss them anywhere. For the example, if you don't know how to use a match, well, I guess it's because you were born after 9/11. But for those of us that remember the sadness, matches, super easy. These ones are, you know, the box strike, but you can get strike anywhere. Waterproof matches. I've got some of those, but I didn't bust them out for the video, but, well, don't I look like a horse's ass? And there it is. Boom. Matches. Still effective, and if you light your cigarettes with them, you're goddamn boss. Y'all ever see like a sexy lady in a film, like a black and white film, light her cigarette with a match? I don't know why that does it for me though. You know, I was like, ooh boy, she's attractive. There's a fire detector right above my head, and I will bet myself $20 that it goes off at some point during the filming of this. Now, let's keep moving on. Super easy. Probably my favorite way to start a fire when I'm camping. Lighters. They're cheap. You can get them anywhere, toss them anywhere, right? Just grab yourself lighters every time you're out. Boom. Good to go. Stuff them in your socks. But honestly, man, the lighters, these things, I have literally lost every lighter I've ever had before it wouldn't do this. And it's probably because I live with a bunch of smokers that steal them from me, but you get what I mean. You just buy a couple lighters, you're in like Flint. Also, in a survival situation, if you have a lighter and it dies on you, right, the fuel goes out, well, you still got, well, I'm trying to make it. See, there you go. She'll still spark. So you basically have a mini fire steel if you have a lighter as well. Now that we've gone over some of the easiest ways to start a fire in a survival situation, let's talk about some awesome ways to really supercharge a fire or make it even easier to maintain a fire or get a good fire going quickly in a survival situation. You can start a fire pretty easily with all this stuff, but to really guarantee that you're going to get a good hot burning fire, especially in a wet wood scenario, there's a couple other things I'm going to show you that'll help, right? Next up is something called fat wood. Look at that. What's that? It looks like little bits of wood. And you're right, it is little bits of wood. But what fat wood is it's a dried out hardwood, right? You can buy this pre-made or make it yourself. And then it's got a bunch of extra resin on it or in it. And basically resin, from what I've been told, is tree sap, which is tree blood, I think. So, you know, the tree vampires love this. Fat wood burns great in wet conditions. You can toss a couple of these in your go bag or backpack or just camping gear, and before you know it, you've got yourself a Duraflame in the woods. Now, while we're here today, and what I'm going to show you how to make at home with the kids, it's not quite a STEM project for the kiddies, but this is something you can make in a survival situation with your kids. That'll be a lot of fun. And basically, all that you're going to need is, boom, some cotton balls and Vaseline. You see that? Vaseline. Vaseline. I have no idea what Vaseline is actually used for. It says original healing jelly. And then it just says dermatologist recommended skin protection. But then it says 100% white petroleum. And all I know about petroleum is it's oil that burns. Which I'm like, what kind of skin protection is that unless you're a Buddhist monk in Vietnam? Like, honestly, we're about to make napalm with this shit. And they're like, you just slather it on there. Anyways, cotton balls and Vaseline. That's all you're going to need. And now, stay. Now, let's cut to the crotch cam and hands, and I'll show you how to make some.
All right, so to get this going, you're going to need some cotton balls. And then regular ones will do as well. Then get yourself some Vaseline. Yeah, there's the good stuff, the original healing jelly. Honestly, kind of feels weird, but whatever. I like putting these in a sandwich bag. Easy storage, keeps the goo off you. And then you're going to want a towel to clean yourself up with after because, you know, it gets sticky. But anyways, all right, get your cotton balls, your Vaseline, pop that tub open. Not the first time I've done this. Almost used a whole jar making these fireballs. And then have your bag ready to go as well. And then just grab your cotton balls. You can do one at a time or just do a whole bunch at a time. Doesn't really matter. You know, they're all going the same place. And just kind of knead in the Vaseline and kind of flush out the cotton balls a little bit so the Vaseline gets in there and the cotton ball fibers are kind of pulled out. And then I kind of make, clumps like that. Toss it in the old bag there. And you can go ahead and seal that up if you want. My hands are gross from the Vaseline. I don't know, they feel weird on me. So that's what that little towel's for. Go ahead and wipe yourself clean. And then after you do that, you're doing good. So let's get back to the video, everybody. All right, thank you.
And we are back. I hope you enjoyed the crotch cam. That's probably a gross way to call that. That's gross. We're not going to call it that anymore, but it's the crotch cam. Anyways, so you saw how to make some Vaseline soaked cotton balls. And like Betty Crocker I already have some of these puppies made, so let's open them up and let's see what they do. Now, as to not get the fire marshal to shut us down, go ahead and grab one of your roommate's favorite pasta making pots. I'm sure they won't mind. Mine didn't. And then I like to use s'more skewers for this. I'm saying this like I've done this more than once inside my house. I would highly recommend not doing what I'm about to do in your own homes. But for the sake of a good time, I'll burn some s'mores on the inside. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to do it with a lighter. You can use fire steel on these bad boys. Matches will work fine. Hell, even if you got embers from a wood, what are they called? Bows. One of them bow drills or friction fires. Any ember or flame will get this going pretty quick. But let's see how this goes. Holy shit, we made napalm. Whoa. Oh boy. Alright. Okay. Well, we did it. Alright. Oh! I made $20. I told you. Let me, I'm going to go ahead and put that out. Probably a great time to also recommend everybody, whatever you're doing, go around your house and check to make sure your fire detectors are working. Because in a survival situation, you're going to want to make sure those fire detectors are working. Alright. Now, check that out. Also, a fun way to put out a flame. Smothering it. Boom. Little char, huh? Huh? I am probably going to make spaghetti in this pot later today. But, also, another thing about fires on the inside of your house. Carbon monoxide, and don't use a gas stove on the inside. This is all for a different video. But, as you can see, them little Vaseline-soaked fireballs, we made napalm, ladies and gentlemen. Now, be responsible with these, but in a survival situation where you got to get a fire going hot and fast, well, hell, I think these will do all right. So, this has been a hell of a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys. And, oh, that's hot. Hot to trot. Fucking burnt my hands, dude. This is the second week in a row where I burnt some shit. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Surviving the Apocalypse with Lou. And until next time, keep your protein intake high and your weapons loaded. And you'll be alright, because you're surviving the apocalypse with Lou. And I'm surviving it with you. Wow, alright. We've done some stupid shit. That one's near the top. It's hot. Ooh, she's hot, baby. Alright, I feel pretty good about it. How do you guys feel about it? That was cool. I hope that turned out on camera alright. Hey, we got this thing again, huh? That's a lot of fun. Check it out. You're right. I'm a professional white belt. Alright, that seems pretty good. That's a wrap. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Okay, bye.